But it looks like we're live right now. We're live.
Oh, I need to get the link.
So once this gets shared around, I'm not sure the best camera angle until we set it up right now. But hey everyone, welcome to our first live Brook City video. Actually, this is our first. I think it's our first live YouTube video. But we'll make sure this is all angled right when we set this up. I figure we do a live setup and playthrough so you can kind of see how the game gets set up. So we have a good time to show also is this is everything you get from the Kickstarter. I have it all in the base game plus the is this gonna be backwards?
I can check in a second when I pull it up here.
This is like a mirror image, but with the base game we got the Delta Keys expansion. Everything is consolidated into these boxes, so I can kind of show you while we set up how we did that. So in the main game, break it open here.
Let me look at the
just,
live video here and see what you got here.
I don't think it'll matter.
No, it looks good.
Okay.
It's just mirrored on here.
So the top thing, we have the miniatures. Set these aside for now. Those are some of the miniatures, obviously. And then all of the rule books for the expansions are in here. Plus the Delta Keys sideboard we won't be using during this playthrough, and then the main rulebook.
I'll keep it open for the comments and stuff.
Here's
Here's
the
the main
aside.
rulebook. You have an extra one?
That's the extra one. I was reading that earlier.
Extra as in the early prototype one?
No, it was. I think there were two in here, wasn't there? Or no, one of them might have been from the sample printing. Yeah. So board, which we are going to use the board for this playthrough instead of the mat, just so we can show people what the retail version of the game would look like, and plus Brady isn't as big as mine, so the board fits better. Well, mine's big; it just has those lips where there's no. You might want to. Let's move this up. I don't want to angle it too far down, but all right. So then here we just have this is the same insert, the coordinating hand. I just bagged all the tokens, so Adam will separate these out into my handy token holder. He can show you what tokens in the game.
First off, we got the hunch tokens, which look like little cop badges. You want those. Those are good.
We have all the dice.
The dice are great.
The pile here for everything.
These are progress tokens. These are good. These are what you want to do to bust crimes. You put progress on things.
And this box is all the cards. I put all the cards in the game, all the core set, expansion, all the cards in these handy vac trays I pulled from my Street Masters box. And then all the bagged miniatures for stretch goal vehicles, stretch goal cops, stretch goal enemies, and everything. So we'll each pick out a cop, we'll pick out a crime, we'll pick out a criminal. So I'm assuming you're playing yourself.
Yes, I want to play Axel for everybody. This is my favorite cop, Axel Murdoch.
I'm gonna follow suit. Play Reese. We have 6 viewers. All right. Some people. I'm sure we'll get some people checking it out later too.
One of them is me.
Sorry, 5 then.
I bet Scotty's in there too.
All right. So we also need cop cars. So we color cop cars. Each cop starts with.
Every cop has their own unique deck for people who aren't familiar with the game.
And each cop's going to start with a cop car in either yellow, red, blue, or green. I'll be green, I'll be blue. And once Adam finishes the tokens, we'll show you the setup of that.
The other tokens we have, some of these will be used, some won't. For example, we have tokens for a special cop in the game, Renee Benson. She has hacking tokens. I'm going to set those aside. Can't wait to get this game. I'm hoping Blacklist will have an update about that very soon.
So we have cop turn cards. These are tracking your turns plus our little turn summary to give you some details. Each cop gets one of those. And then we'll also have the vehicle deck, which is going to be broken up into special vehicles. There'll be a stack of special vehicles, which you set aside face up for reference because you can get access to those at any time depending on what location you're in. And then we have the other vehicles which get shuffled up randomly, and we'll just make a deck of those over here to the side.
These are clue tokens. These will be used in the case. I'll tell you where certain clues will go. Each one is different color and just a generic symbol, like that's a thumbprint. There's a floppy disk. There's a knife and crowbar, a blood stain, and a traffic cone.
We also need, as far as cards go, the Universal Leads deck that is always in play no matter what combination of extra plan. You always have the leads deck out.
These are the influence tokens. These are what the criminal is trying to acquire around town, and you want to stop him. So you want to keep your eye on this influence.
So when you set up the leads, and we're not, by the way, we're not setting up in order of the rules. So, obviously there'll have a sequence you do this in, but we're just kind of showing you as an impact. So the first thing you do, the leads deck shuffled up, you draw the top card, and it'll have a location. This one says B30, Reeves International Airport. It's a helicopter lift. So this is going to be the active lead. You put this aside next to the lead deck, and then leave a space for the discard pile.
And this is the coordinates that it spawns on. It's the airport back here, B30. And these are stress tokens. These are bad. These are what cops get for suffering for neglect and crime and such. And if you suffer too much stress, you will be fired, and the cops will lose the game. So you do not want to get fired.
I'll move this box out of the way here, and I'm gonna actually set these.
Axel's miniature. Weird lighting. When you start the game, no matter what case you're playing, you're always going to start with your cop, unless the case says otherwise. Some cases in the future might say something different, but your cop starts in Brook City and
BCPD.
Yeah,
Brook City.
Brook City Police Department.
City, yeah.
And then you place your car in a street near, and in this game, near means adjacent to the space.
It means in or adjacent to, but obviously you have to be in a street space for the vehicle. I'll start here, and I'll put my car here, so we're kind of both. Actually, honestly, you should put yours over here, but whatever. All right, so there's that, and then
I know what I'm doing.
Now we're gonna pick a case to play. Which one were you suggesting?
Let's keep it. We could do that. That one we were doing before the heist one, the Seaside 5 and Slade.
There's Seaside 5 to set up.
So the Seaside 5. Give me the divider for it.
Oh yeah. Can't forget Scotty's.
So this is the divider that comes in the game. It tells you what the case. You can separate all your cards by decks, and then on the back it gives you a little rundown. After 2 days of dead ends, we finally caught a break in the Liberty bank robbery case. On their upteeth viewing of the bank security footage, our techs noticed that one of the 5 masked assailant's sleeves rose up about an inch where he picked up the cash bag. Zooming in revealed a distinctive tattoo on his wrist, the exact same distinctive tattoo that's on record of belonging to Vinnie Franco, convicted felon and 1/5 of the notorious group of thieves known as the Seaside 5. The 5 are known to be nothing more than hired guns, which means someone is pulling their strings, and that's the criminals game.
Which is going to be Slade Harper.
I want to know who. APBs have gotten hits confirming they're still in town, and they're probably getting ready for some kind of to get out of Dodge with their score. Time to take them down and make them sing. Clara Murray. So that this case right here, you pick your case, you take the deck. It's got a little setup card. Tells you right here what to do. In this case, for example, it says remove all clue cards from the case deck and put each into play, and then shuffle the case deck, then flip this card. So we're going to find the clues, which are Kyle Turner. I'll just show you these. Kyle Turner is one. These are all parts of the Seaside 5. So we got Kyle Turner, and he has that clue token assigned to him, which is this one. Then we have Marlene Poe. We have Vinnie Franco, who is identified on the footage. We have Anthony Poe. And we have Veronica Stone. And those are the clues, and we shuffle the rest of the deck.
And then we're going to go up against Slade Harper and his... So we have Slade's miniature here, and we have Slade's crime miniature, his criminal... What do you call him in this? The...
Suspect?
The suspect in the... Crew? The crew, yeah. Crew miniature, keep it in terminology. Multiple games going at the same time. So we have the crew miniatures. There's 12 of them, and then there's a suspect miniature. And then here's the Slade Harper's little intro. Slade Harper, local businessman, wealthy philanthropist, patron of the arts. He's also a playboy, a chauvinist, and a smug-faced weasel who always manages to wiggle his way out of trouble. For years, he's been suspected of running illegal activities from within this theater, but we can't prove it. Every time we think we're onto something, he makes a timely donation to a charity, and we're told to back off. Heck, sometimes all he does is wag his silver tongue, and poof, he's untouchable. What really makes me sick to my stomach, though, are the rumors he's got moles inside the force. IA is yet to find anything, so let's hope it stays that way. If I learn of cops who work for Harper, I'm going to nail them to the same wall as their scumbag boss, Clara Murray. So then we'll take his criminal deck. I'll make his area over here to put the crime area over there. Case.
Yeah, I'll put and when I'm putting these crimes into play, or these clues that have these tokens assigned to them, they have coordinates. For example, Veronica Stone says A23 WBCW Studio, so that is going to put her corresponding token up there, which is A23, and that's where you can go to interact with her.
And he'll do all those. And meanwhile, I'll tell you how to set up the criminal. So we have Slade Harper's setup card. The first thing you do is put his suspect card in the criminal play area, and then you take his setup card here, and it says place Slade in Nightscape Theater F20. So he starts in his famous theater. So F20 is right here. He's going to go in this spot. And then it says search the criminal deck for an investor card and put it into play. So we will take we got to pick out one of these investors here. Let's say Yolanda Cruz, who's going to be at the Lockwood Art Museum. And that she is an asset. So use one of these asset tokens that are used for general things. So this asset represents Yolanda Cruz at Q18. So his whole mechanic revolves around these investors. So the criminal has a target a progress threshold here. And this is a target, I should say. So target cards have resistances and progress thresholds to how to bust them. And they'll have an effect here. So put this in the criminal play area here. Then it says shuffle the criminal deck and flip this card. And then we'll shuffle up his deck, and we should be good to go, I think. Got everything in play?
Yep. I think we're all set up. Again, we did some stuff out of order, but you draw a starting hand of 4 cards.
I'll get your card. That's what I was thinking of. Cards.
Yeah, I need my card.
So you get your car reference. So
when you control a car, the vehicle's card goes in your play area, and typically it'll have special ability, but also have an exhaust ability you can do once per turn. For example, the cruiser lets you exhaust, and while you're driving it, you can move 1 for each crime in your crime area. So if you have like 4 crimes in your crime area, you can just put your sirens on and blaze down the street. But it also has a ditch effect. Ditch effects are things you can do just to get rid of the card on your turn. This one lets you just go anywhere in the city, so you can just go crazy, crash your car, and get anywhere you want.
we have them.
We shouldn't use them, but we can say we have them.
I'll put slaves on.
So we also include these base rings. Brady and I never use them, but backers definitely request them during their Kickstarters. We put them in there. So you can mark all the crew and the cops if you want, just so you know who's who, but we know. So that's okay.
So here's Slade, just so you can see for the sake of the video. So Slade's got a red ring on him. And you'll know where Axel and Risa are because they are the center of attention.
So the first thing you do on your cop turn is you are going to do your dispatch phase, which means you're going to draw a criminal card. So I'm going to go first. I draw a criminal card.
Multiples there.
And I am going to be drawing. These cards are new and kind of chalky. So we have Clarence Joyce. We have another investor coming out. So he's going to come out at 031. And since he is an asset,
We're down here. Up here.
he's an asset, so he's going to be going into the criminal play area. So I have no crimes in my play area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on one of these clues early. And I am really good at... Axel's good at cautious, which is one of the resistances in the game. So you'll see there's 3 resistances on every target. There's the reckless, the normal, and the cautious. Axel's a smooth talker, so he's really good at cautious. So I'm going to go ahead and go talk to probably Anthony Poe. He's pretty close. I can't talk to him unless they discard a hunch. Who's closer?
You spend your action to get a hunch and just ditch your car.
I guess.
I love ditching cars. It's my favorite.
I hate ditching my cop car.
The police cruiser.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna prepare. I'm gonna go ahead and get in my car. Once for every you have 3 steps in your turn. You have your move step, your card step, and your action step. Once during each step, you can enter or exit a vehicle. So I'm gonna do my move step first. I'm gonna enter my car, which I put my figure on my car, and I can move 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna head over here to Anthony Poe. Since I don't have anything to encounter right now, I'm gonna spin my card play to play a tactic, which stays in play. So I'm going to get this well-connected tactic, which is awesome for Axel because I can get leads for free. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. I'm going to exhaust it to draw a lead. So I take a lead off the top of the deck, and I get a warrant for arrest. I keep this in my play area, and I can ditch it to do the effect whenever I want. But Axel, his whole deck is good with using leads, so I want to control it to do things with it later. All right, and then my action step, I can either... I can do anything on a card that has action, like on your cop ID card has an action on it, like your basic action. But since I have nothing to encounter right now, I'm going to spend my action to... I could either move again, or I could get a hunch. I think I'm going to go ahead and get a hunch. And that is the end of my turn. Now I would activate anything in my crime area. I have nothing in my crime area, so it goes over to Reese.
Draw a card.
Yeah, I draw a card at the end of my turn.
Oh no! I got keeping tabs, so I drew an event. We got unlucky here with our first couple draws. Search the criminal discard pile for an investor, put it into play. So if no investor enters play this way, each cop must choose one of the following for each crime in their crime area. Luckily, this is a good time to draw this because there are none in the discard pile, and we have no crimes in our crime areas. So that's pretty good. We got a dead card. So
and yes, Dorian, this can be played true solo. It's very fun and fulfilling.
Yeah, I just played. I played the Velocity case solo last night. It was incredible. It was awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and. Are there any of these guys I can encounter yet, or do I have to have?
She makes you discard a card from your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I should go for Vinny.
Who's got no reckless?
No reckless. They all. These guys have one reckless.
So I'm gonna go for the blue. So I will hop in my cruiser, and I'll go 1, 2, 3. Now I will play. I like this card. So I will go ahead and do my action right now is to gain a hunch. I'll do my action. And then I will play Watch a Potato Head, which is some of my favorite artwork, me jumping out of a window onto some cops. So this one says, move 5. After moving, you and each cop near you suffers 1 stress, and you may play 1 tactic card each, then you may perform an action. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So also, when you move your car, you're moving per street, which is a group of 4 squares. And when you move, you can go in any position you want as long as your car takes up 2 squares.
Yep. And then after moving, after moving, you and each cop near you suffers 1 stress. So I need a stress, and then I'm gonna play 1 tactic. I will play You Never Call, which is a cool little buff. Reese's tactic, his mechanic is about discarding cards he controls. So all of his cards have a pass ability. When they discard, something happens. So I'll put this into play. I get a stress, and then I can perform 1 action. So before I perform an action, I'm gonna hop out because you can always enter or exit your car once per step. So I will do an action to do my basic action, which is half cocked, encounter with 3 dice, and she makes me discard a random card or any card.
1 card per hand.
I will discard Get in the Food Bar, which I love that card. But so then during cops encounter targeting crime, I can exhaust this to gain 1 bonus die. Or that's not a crime, is it? Dang, it's not a crime. So never mind. I won't exhaust that. So I roll 3 dice. I have. She has 1 resistance. Yes.
So she would be blocking 1 of these.
Yes. So I can get 1 through. I could spend my hunch.
These are successes. These are critical successes, which means you would count as a success and you roll again, so it explodes. And these are the hunches over here. This, if you spend a hunch, you can treat it like a success, and if you don't have any, you can just use this to claim a success.
So I could spend this to make this a hunch or make this a success, but I won't bust it. So I'm going to save this and get another one, and then make
so
1 progress.
1 progress on it. So we take 1 progress token, one of these handcuff things, and then we're going to put it on this clue. And once it hits the threshold, which for this clue, for example, is 4p, so it's per player, so that's 8. Once it has 8 progress, it's busted. And I should have mentioned that we win this case by controlling all these clues, which means busting them. So we need to bust all these clues and collect them, and then we win. Okay, so I can... my second part of my ability is after I encounter 3 dice, which is pretty high for basic action, I can either discard 1 card I control or suffer 1 stress. I don't want to discard this card, so I'll take a stress. So I'm at 2 stress now. So if I get 10 stress, I'm fired. I draw a card, nothing to activate, so that turns over. It's time to go to the criminal turn. So we start with... We're going to activate every card in the criminal play area.
So Slades doesn't have an activate. His suspect card doesn't have one, but his operation card says if an investor has 3 influence on it, it doesn't. If Slade does not gain an influence this way, each cop that does not control a lead must either discard 1 hunch or suffer 1 stress.
So I have a lead.
I will discard a hunch.
All right.
And then Yolanda Cruz says activate. Move all influence from each blackmail card to this card. Blackmail cards are
they're a type of crime that comes up.
But if no influence is moved this way, place 1 influence on this card. So Yolanda's getting an influence. And same with Clarence. Clarence does the same thing, but with fraud crimes. So he's going to gain an influence as well. So if they get
Slade's deck has 3 different types of crimes, and there's 3 different types of investors, and so those investors will pull from those types of crimes. So like Clarence runs all the fraud in town. And what's Yolanda run?
She runs the blackmail. Yeah, blackmails. Yeah.
Blackmail. And then there's one more. There's
I forget who his name is, but we'll see him, I'm sure.
yeah.
So that was now it's the case turn.
So there's nothing to activate in the case play area. So we just go to drawing a case card. So we're getting shots fired. Each cop near Vinnie Franco must either discard a lead they control or suffer 1 stress. If no cops are near Vinnie Franco and his clue token is still on the board, each cop suffers 1 stress.
Which one is Vinny?
Vinny is the one down here in the apartments.
Okay.
So since nobody is there covering that, he's shooting out other cops and stuff, so we're stressing out. We need to make sure we keep an eye on every clue on the board. All right, and then that's the end of the round, and it's going to go back to flip our cards over, and then it's going to go back to our turn, which I will go ahead and take the lead on.
I need some cards.
All right, we got retail pressure. This is what a crime looks like. So we have a crime. Brady's going to come out at Q8, which is Queen's Bishop Pawn Shop. So we now have a blackmail going on down there. We need to take care of it.
Yeah, so every criminal will have their own type of crew, and it just represents what's happening at a location. So this guy's here blackmailing the pawn shop owner.
So he is easy.
I don't know if I'm on the left or the right. This is Brady right here with the I have the Robin sweatshirt on, so I'm not sure if it's left or right because I'm
in my pajamas. So
I'm close to the Brook City core game. Adam's close to the Brook City Delta Keys box.
You know what? I want to go ahead and I'm not too worried about Slade yet. I want to make progress on Poe, so I'm going to go ahead and play Natural Charisma. So this sets me up nicely for cautious encounters. Give me a bonus die for every cautious encounter. Yeah, so Axel's really good at playing it cool. So I will go my move. That was my card step. My move step. I will go 1, 2, 3.
I'm not sure about shipping. We're in the final phase, so I'm not sure exactly when it's due out, but there's probably an update coming pretty soon. So everything's still way ahead of schedule. So
I'm exhausting my cop card to move another space. And for my action step, this is tough because I don't have any good movement abilities right now, so I'm going to draw another lead. Give me a lead card.
How about you let me have a lead?
So Axel I have a tactic that lets me control 2 leads, because usually you can only control 1. I have sometimes these let me move, but I have nothing to move. So I'll spend my action to gain another hunch, maybe? Yeah, I'll get another hunch, because I can move up there next turn. All right, that's Axel's turn. Now I'm going to activate my crimes. So this retail pressure has an activate effect that says either place 1 influence on this card or suffer 1 stress. Then if there are 3 or more influence on this card, discard 3 from this card and sling. So this thing will just feed Slate influence.
Yeah, David. It matters on if you know the decks going into it, but this game all around is much slicker than Street Masters in the sense there's a lot less AI going on. It's more
less defense token.
Yeah, it's abstracted slightly, and it's abstracted enough where it does play quicker. So my turn. I'm going to draw a criminal card. We have corporate holdings going on at P29. So that's way down there. It's a takeover. What was yours? Your crime?
I have a blackmail out now.
Okay, so we gotta watch that one. I want to encounter this one again, but geez, it's gonna cost me. Okay, so what's the resistance on her normal?
Veronica has 1.
Okay, I might go ahead and play this card. Encounter with 2 dice.
You do have to discard to do that, though.
Yes, I will. I have this card in hand. Before this encounter, you may discard any number of cards you control, adding +1 for each card discarded. I'm going to discard 2 cards to get 2 dice, because when this card is discarded, so I'm discarding my cruiser, which is not a smart thing, but Reese is not very smart. When this card is discarded, each cop gains a hunch and may exhaust 1 crime in their crime area, so that'll give us some time. So I exhaust both of those, and I get a hunch, and I get 2 more dice. All right, see if this is worth it.
This card's pretty fitting because it's got Axel and Reese both in there.
Ah, there we go. 2 crits. Perfect. Oh, it's still going.
Thanks, Anthony.
Woo-wee. That was a good one.
Appreciate it.
So I got 1, 2. So she's blocking 1, right? You said she's blocking 1?
She's blocking 1.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 getting through. I can make it 7 if need to be.
If 7 got through, she'd be busted.
Okay, I'm going to spin my hunch to make that 7. So
all right, so we got our first clue busted, so it goes to inactive, and the case rules say that During their turn, a cop near an inactive clue may gain control of it for free.
Boom. Got it.
So when Veronica's busted, it says flip this card's token to its inactive side and remove this card from the game. So this clue is gone.
The bad news is I have no cards in my hand now. That wiped me out. So for my move step, I'm going to move into the street and I'm going to commandeer a vehicle. So I draw randomly off the top of the vehicle deck here, and I drew. Ooh, nice! I got a quick zini.
He stacked a deck. Dorian, I don't know when the Pledge Manager is going live, but I'm thinking sometime maybe in January. I'm not sure. Maybe Blacklist can chime in, but
so I'm going to go 1, 2. Oh, that was 1 to move out there. So 2, 3. I will exhaust this to move 2 spaces, or move 2. 1.
When you're next to a lead token, you can just take it for free.
Oops. And then the new one is
you take the active lead
to J2. So you can go work out for a bit.
Oh, I can go grab that one.
So then that was 1.
Leads are cool because they're kind of generic buffs right now, but some cases make it so. Like for example, you saw earlier, Slade said if you don't control lead, you suffer stuff from it. But some cases you have to encounter the lead to actually progress the case.
So now my action, I think I'm going to spend it to move right now because, well, I have a helicopter left to move to any location.
You can start working on that guy.
Yeah, but I'm going to suffer more stress though.
Why?
Because if I encounter it, I either have to discard a card I control.
This is the problem when you play with Reese.
Well, I could.
He gets fired very easily.
I could keep my car and ditch my car and not take the stress hit. I should do that, even though I just got it. So here's my action. I'll ditch my helicopter lift to put my figure in a location. So I hop out of my Quixini and a helicopter lift over here to this crime.
And so he was riding in a Quixini and got picked up by a helicopter.
And then my action will be to encounter it with my half-cocked ability, which is 3 dice. Going reckless against what's his resistance?
Which one, this guy?
Reckless.
0.
Nice. 3.
He's gone.
And I get a hunch. No bust effects.
No bust effects.
So that figure's gone, and I have to discard a card I control. I will discard my Quixini because it's all the way over here anyway.
So I think that Reese just jumped out of a helicopter into the pawn shop and shot a guy in the face.
Sounds like his style. So that's my turn. I would activate my crime, but it just stands up instead. And then I'm going to draw 1 card, and I have no cards in my hand. I just have the 1, unfortunately. So Slade's going to go. So if an investor has 3 influence and does not, if Slade does not gain influence this way, each cop that does not control a lead must discard 1 hunch or suffer a stress. I'll lose a hunch.
So he lost his lead.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you lost. You had your lead.
So Yolanda's going to place, move all influence from each blackmail card.
You busted the blackmail.
So she's gaining influence. And then this one is for the frauds, so he gets another influence. So they're both, we better like take out those assets.
Is it when they get 3?
Yeah, when they get 3, he starts gaining his influence.
Well, those are over by you, man.
Yeah, if Slade ever has 4 influence, we lose. So we got to keep a handle on this while we're trying to solve the case as well. So now it's the case turn.
So nothing is activating. We're just drawing a card. Uh-oh, we got Kyle Turner here. Each cop near Kyle Turner suffers stress. If there are no cops near him, you must either place 1 influence on a crime or suffer 1 stress.
I'll put influence on this crime.
Can I too?
Wait, is it both of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he only has... No one's taking... They're not going to take these over yet, so...
No, yeah, I'll take overs, okay.
Oh, but if this gets 3, Slade gains 1, so we should bust it quick. I can get there pretty quick, probably.
Alright, so that's back to us. Do you want to go first then?
Yeah, I'll go. So I drew Jack Elmore, investor. So he's going to appear at the Liberty Bank. I need an asset token on F6.
I can probably take
So
it.
Jack Elmore is the investor that takes from the takeovers. So he'll be sucking the influence off of this guy. So actually, yeah, there's 3. If this triggers after my turn, then I have to get over there. Okay, so I will play this. My relaxed Pee-wee card. So choose a cop to discard 1 stress. That'll be me. I'll discard a stress. And then I can't get to the lead, unfortunately. It's way over there. So I will hop in a car. Hopefully it's a good one. It's a Suburban. I've got the station wagon.
Reese goes through a lot of cars.
Then he'll, that's my first move is 1. And then 2. What's this one require?
What do you mean? He has to suffer a stress to encounter.
Oh my gosh. What's his resistance on reckless 2? Yikes! I shouldn't do that, even though I want to. So I'll just go 3, And
Remember, if you give up moving, you can heal stress.
I know, but my action will be. All I can really do, I guess, is just keep moving. Because he's going to trigger.
Brady loves playing as one.
He's going to. What's that?
Street Masters.
Oh. Who said that?
2. Michael Delval.
So that's my turn. So I can't really do much else. I played a card. I moved. My action was to move again. So he's gonna give Slade.
I thought you were gonna.
I thought
I would have gone. I would have gone first if you.
I don't think you could have gotten it anyway.
I can ditch my cop card.
All right.
All right. Reese is not doing me any favors over here. B20. This is a blackmail. So
that was not a smart move on Reese's behalf.
Kudos on pronouncing my name right. Should I open everything for this game when I get it, or start slow and start with the base game first?
I don't know. It's. I mean, the variety is fun to choose from, but the base game has a lot in there. I personally, when I got my copy, I cracked everything open because I wanted to play Velocity first. Is my favorite case. Velocity with the rec deck is just. It's so fun.
we have another turn before those investors pop. So I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and put some progress on Anthony.
Well, yeah. I mean, as long as we think, I mean, I'm close enough to Yolanda on my turn. I could probably take Yolanda out. That sounds kind of violent, but
All right. So I will.
Slade's supposed to be the kind of easy criminal, but
I'm going to go ahead and play my arrest for warrant for arrest. Place 2 progress on a suspect. So put 2 progress on Slade.
2 progress. So Slade has 3 Ps, so we need to get 6 progress to bust him.
So I'm exhausting my well-connected to draw a lead for free after I just ditched that one. Let's see if I get a good one. Place 1 progress on the crime. That might be kind of help handy. I'll move. I will go 1, 2.
Picking that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. Actually, what is this? What is that one?
It's an energy bar. You can ditch it to perform an action.
That is way better. I'm gonna go ahead and dump this witness statement I just got.
So the next one's going to go to KZVP Radio, B26.
All right, and part of my move action, I'm going to hop out there, and I'm going to... I'm right at home here in the yacht club here. I have a membership, actually. I'm going to go ahead and counter...
So I have a talk with Anthony all the comments?
On your phone there is.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I could load them up. Oh, here we go. Go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and counter Poe with... that's good. I get 3 dice cautiously. He's got 1 resistance. I can't beef it up right now.
Yeah, I can show you the Dorian. I can show you the mat. It's this size, but it has some borders for the card areas.
So I'm putting 2 on him. I'm gonna make it 3 with my hunch, and I had to discard a hunch to even encounter him in the first place. All right, so I got 3 progress on him, and then I will. I wish he's really good at reckless. Do you have a lead right now?
I do not.
You don't have a lead? Oh,
I had to ditch mine for the.
Oh, I can choose a cop to draw a lead. So draw a lead.
So I will get the news tip. Each cop gains 1 hunch if I ditch that.
All right, this will be my last hunch to encounter. I'm going to play Smooth Talker here. This is good for in combination with Reese because it lets people who control lead heal stress, and so we both have stress and lead, so this works out well.
I get a heal stress?
Hang on a second. Yeah, you can. If you control a lead. I cannot roll a crit to save my life. So 3 more gets on him, and 2 more. So he's at 5 right now. I can bust him next turn probably.
I'm kind of worried about Slade's operations over here.
Discard. Oh, if only I can't encounter him because I don't have any more hunches left.
Can you hop in your car and ditch it and hop over to one of these investors? Because they're...
What do I need to do for the investor? They easy pop.
Clarence has no normal resistance.
Okay, so I could dump my energy bar to perform it. Right, before I do that, I can ditch my car for free. Yeah, I spend my action to get in there, or on my action step. Ditch my cop car to go. Where is he? Is he the one of the docks?
Yeah.
I'll go here, so I'm next to both these guys. I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna dip. There it is. Dump my energy bar for an action, and I will spend my action to do an encounter.
Leads are ridiculous.
Cautiously.
He has 4 progress.
I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
Oh,
This
you
is where I
crit.
get some crits.
You could if you spin a hunch.
I don't have a hunch.
Oh, great. So he's got 1 left.
Wait. Oh, it's not a crime. Ugh, he's not a crime. Wait, he's got one resistance, right?
No, are you doing normal?
No, it's caution.
Oh, I thought you were doing normal.
Yeah. And then I can choose a cop to draw a lead. I'll choose myself because you already have one.
Oh, wait, I can ditch this. Oh, you can only ditch on your turn. I can give you a hunch.
All right,
That
and then
one.
place one influence on this card or suffer 1 stress. I'm gonna go ahead and put an influence on this. No big deal. Your turn.
Is it my turn? I already went. Remember I drew that event that
Oh, yeah,
I drew the
you went
investor.
first. Yeah. So go ahead and
So
activate
now
Slade.
Slade's gonna go. So nobody has 3. So each cop that does not control a lead, we both do. Luckily this time. So move all influence from a blackmail. There are none. That's not a blackmail.
That
is
is a black man.
So she gets blackmail. So next turn she's gonna pop if I don't get her. And of course she has 2 reckless resistance, and he's getting 1. And then Jack Elmore is getting 1. We gotta get one of these guys taken care of. All right, case turn.
Hopefully this is Veronica Stone, isn't it? Oh, it is. Each cop near Veronica Stone must either suffer. Okay, so nothing happens because she's gone.
Ooh,
That's good.
could use that breeder. Do you want to go first or me too?
I
I could probably
I've heard that before. I'll go first.
probably do nothing on my turn.
Got a blackmail in the corporate holdings in Parasol Pharmaceuticals, P14.
That sounds familiar.
All right, so I need to get rid of Clarence.
Slade is very well connected.
Well, this sucks. I will go ahead and. Didn't I just put a progress? Oh yeah, she took it. That's right.
Influence.
By the way,
You have to bust him.
Get rid of that. Whoever took it, Brown. Oh, she would have got one anyway. Never
Yeah.
mind, so it doesn't matter.
It's actually better off that way.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this anyway because maybe I'll get lucky. He has 2 resistance on reckless. What's this guy have? Is that mine or yours?
That's
Is it any
mine.
reckless?
he's got 1 of each top.
All right,
one
I'm
of
gonna
each
go ahead. I'm
reckless.
gonna play this card. I'm gonna counter him recklessly. Axel's not that great reckless unless he ditches all his contacts. So I'm putting 1 on him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do it again by ditching the lead. 1 more.
1 more.
Yeah, he's got 1 right.
Yeah, 1 resistance.
All right, and then that gives me a lead. So I draw a lead with my well connected.
And you can't counter that guy.
Ooh, I can. That was just my card step. So my action step, I will do my normal cautious encounter on Clarence. All right, so I got him. He is
All right, what do we got?
toast,
Here.
and I get a hunch. So Clarence is gone. These chairs are squeaky. You need to get some DW40, WD40. He's busted. You busted him. And this is gone. Alright, now I need to get out of here. So I'm going to go 1 remove step to commandeer vehicle. And I get the Bradville. And that's what I'm talking about. This is right up my alley. Give me the Bradville, Brady.
The Bradville. So yeah, there's David was asking about if there's campaign stories and Street Masters. Not in this because thematically it plays out more like just an action movie. There are plans, down the road, depending on how this goes over. There's going to be more narrative stuff added. But this game is more about the one-off as opposed to tying a bunch of different plays together. But yeah, you can also just play cases in certain sequences and they tell a story also.
Alright, that's all I can do.
So
Place 1
after-
influence on this card. Place 1 influence on this card.
I need some cards. I forget, does Axel have any card draw abilities?
I have 1. I have 1 in my hand. I have 2 cards in my hand that let me do it right now.
Oh my gosh, dude. So this guy's going to get some coffee, blackmail at Apollo Coffee, B14. So this is gonna be a rough one. So this guy's almost busted. So we're gonna have a collision here. We're driving on the wrong side of the road.
There you go.
So I will play this. I'll use my card step. Draw one card. Choose a cop to play a card. Hey, play that card. Do I get to draw a card?
Actually, I'm gonna stay where I was then. I'm gonna.
Actually,
Each cop may discard one stress, move one, and draw one card. So I'm gonna move here like this, so I'm next to both those guys.
and draw a card.
And draw a card.
Okay.
You discard a stress.
Yes, I did. Then I guess I will. She's got 2 resistance, though. That sucks. So I'm gonna ditch this. Nah, I think it's worth it. Each of us gets a hunch.
All right, I need to go finish off Anthony Poe now.
I will hop out. I wish I could play that card because this one. Oh, that's really good.
She is the priority right now. You need to.
Well, I know, but she has 2 resistance on reckless, and I'm rolling reckless 3 reckless dice. But this gives me +1 to normal, which is she also. Hey, where'd the other one go? Oh, you busted him, right?
Yep.
Nice. Oh yeah, normal. She's also. Okay, so I'll just hop out.
Dorian, yes, these are the first off the assembly line. So this is what the game will look like.
So 3 dice on this. Do you have any stress?
Dude, we got Veronica Stone in the bag, and Anthony Poe is almost down. We're almost halfway through.
Got 1 crit. So 4, so 2 gets through on her.
It's not good enough.
I know. She's gonna pop. Then I have to suffer a stress. And then I haven't moved yet. Dang it. Yeah, I can't do it, fortunately.
We're too close together. We need to spread out.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all I can. I'm gonna go ahead and move. Do my move steps. I'll hop back in my car. You can hang out there and take care of her, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be too late though.
Well. Yeah, it is. Dang it. I can't do much else. So I will go toward this one, I think. What's this guy? What's his resistance? Were you going after him?
1, 1, 2.
All right, I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3.
He's good for you to take out because he's really good against my best actions.
Okay, let's go that way instead. 1, 2, 3.
So
Alright.
we're just exchanging.
It's okay. Did
words.
you get some coffee? Place 1 influence on this card or discard 1 card you control. Give me an influence. And then either place 1 influence on this card or suffer 1 stress. I'll take a stress. Draw a card.
All right, so he's getting 1 right because she's got 3.
So yep.
Okay, he is
Then
halfway to victory.
any blackmails in play? No blackmail.
Yes.
So she takes his blackmail. This guy takes from takeovers.
Yep.
So he gets this one. That's not good.
he's the next one. Okay, I guess I have to go. Oh my gosh, she's way over there.
Yeah. I do have my my move 5. That's so that's gonna be enough. All right. Case turn. We might lose to Slade, man. This is not that.
We're not near Kyle Turner, so we need to either place an influence on crime or suffer 1 stress. I can take a stress.
Place an influence on the crime.
Thanks.
Take over. All right. Well, she does blackmail, right? I'll do blackmail.
I'll go, I guess. Take the payoff. Either suffer 2 stress and place this card in your crime area or place this card in your crime area. After you successfully encounter Slade, discard this card. I am going to suffer 2 stress. I do not want that card. So Slade is buying off cops around town, stressing me out. I will go ahead and exhaust this to draw a lead.
I don't have a lead, just so you know.
I'll keep that in mind. All right, who's the priority now? Jack Elmore is the priority, and there's no way to get into him.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take out Vinny because I have leads for it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this on top of things. 2 dice plus 1 for each lead I control. I control 2 leads, so I'm gonna go ahead and put as much progress on Vinny as I can. I cannot roll crits today. Putting 3 on him.
Does he make you suffer stress?
No, he just you have to control a lead to talk to do.
Oh, well, I can't even talk to him. Can you give me a lead?
Yeah, I can right now. Oh wait, not yet. I have to do my action first. So my action, I
You
will
want to take out Yolanda?
Yeah, I can do that because I.
And if we bust Slade, we can make him lose an influence too.
Yeah, so I think we'll be okay. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my normal encounter on Yolanda.
Does this one make you lose if you're out of case cards?
Yes. Dang. Okay. All right, so she's busted, and I get a punch, and you can get a lead. So she's gone, and then I can get the heck out of here.
Oh, perfect. I can bust this guy on my turn.
I could ditch my Bradville and run through these buildings to make some better time, but I do not. This Bradville. Ugh! This Bradville lets me roll an extra die on cautious encounters, so I could have.
On Vinny?
No, it was on her, so it wouldn't matter. She's already busted.
I would move. I'd move through there because you can get a new car. Maybe you get something.
Yeah, this
faster.
thing is way better. This is the perfect car for me.
Well, you're gonna want to get a cruiser anyway. So.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is sad, but I'm gonna ditch my Bradville, Axel's favorite car. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 to get a new
Well,
car.
it's actually 1, 2 because it's just not a movement to pop out.
Yeah, that's right.
You get.
Is it a Bradville? I get the Dingle Hipper.
Let me grab that little mini. This is adorable.
So it's
Little scooter.
1, 2, and I go
Axel's on a scooter.
3.
Got a
And
bar
then
under
I
wheels.
can exhaust it to either move 1 or discard 1 stress. I can, while driving this vehicle, I can move 1. Then I can move again or suffer stress. Or I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna move 1, and I'm gonna discard a stress. Just a casual drive down Brook City Lane. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my crimes. Place influence in this car, suffer stress. I'm gonna do both of those. Actually, I'm gonna discard a card I control. I don't need the Dingle Hipper anymore. It served its purpose.
I will suffer 2 stress. I have it right here. Then I'm going to exhaust this to discard a stress because that's nasty. And then, what's his resistance to normal encounters, Vinny?
Normal is 1, and he is half popped.
I will do this. Now, before this encounter, I can discard any number of cards I control, adding +1 to each of those cards discarded. But right now I'm getting 3 dice because this is normal, plus I get +1 for my Suburbarado. I think I will do this though. I'll ditch this card to get a bonus die. And when this is discarded, I can play a tactic, which is this, and then I can reduce his resistance. So he's got no resistance now. And I got 3 through. What's he have?
He has 1 left.
I can put the hunch through, so if we need to
4
bust
will
it.
take it?
Yeah.
That'll do it.
So lose my hunch.
We busted Vinny Franco, and get that.
I have 2. How many do you have?
I've been weakening them all.
So that was my card step. I will ditch my lead to bust that crime. And then I need to go after what exactly?
This game sometimes always feels overwhelming, but then you have good combos and just clear the board, and you have a card down the board, by the way.
What's that? Yeah, there it is. So on my move step, I think I'm gonna ditch my card too. So I'll go 1, 2. Oh yeah, I got a Thrasher. Where's that thing? That's one of the thresholds. That one says exhaust while driving this vehicle. Move 2 during this movie and move diagonally. I can ditch it to drive through water also. So that was 1, 2, 3, And we're going after him, right? Or are you going after him?
Somebody needs to.
I could go. He has no reckless. I should go after Slade.
I would say Slade might be more.
Because I also need to go with this lead, I think. Because all we have left of those three down there.
I can take care of Anthony.
So I will go. I will move 2. I will go 1, and then I'm going to move diagonally here.
Well, there's 3 left. Don't forget about Marlene on the boat.
And I'll hop out to be next to him. And then I have an action left, right? So I'll encounter him. 3 dice.
I have to draw a card at the end of my turn.
Come on, crits. So he has no resistance. I will just put those 2 through and get a hunch. So he gets 2 more.
So
2 left.
So 2 more and Slade will be busted.
Then I have to just ditch a card I control. I'll ditch the Thrasher. It was nice knowing
You
it.
can't keep a vehicle for longer than 1 turn.
Well, I don't want to suffer the stress, so and then I'm going to draw a card. Well, actually, I'll activate this. Place influence on this card or suffer a stress. I need influence. I'll got it right here. So that's going to go toward the blackmail.
Well,
yeah, he's gonna trigger. We're close.
all right. So Slade is going to activate his operation. He's getting 1. He has 3 influence. He only needs 1 more to win. So Reese needs to bust him.
He's gaining from takeovers. Do you have any takeovers?
Nothing.
So he's just gaining 1. I can take Slade out.
Making connections. Each cop near Anthony Poe must suffer. Okay, no cops are near him. Each cop must either discard 1 hunch or suffer 1 stress. I can discard a hunch. I got plenty. I'll discard a hunch. All right. Me go first, or you want to bust Slade first?
I'll bust Slade. Knock on wood. Government contacts. Anonymous. J12. Right in BCPD.
Oh, I bust that guy on principle.
So I will encounter. Let's see. Yeah, I'll play this first. And I'll actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll play that. I will exhaust this to discard stress because I'm getting stressed out. I will encounter Slade with 3 dice for my action.
You should do it. Stop knocking Marlene around.
So yeah, he's toast. So when I bust him, if there is no investor in play, Slade loses 1 influence. Otherwise, each cop gains 2 hunches and draws 1 card.
So did you want to hold off on that? Did you want to read that before you did that?
Well,
Because I could probably take out Jack Elmore, maybe.
Well, do you want to go first?
1, 2, 3. I get a car. I can exhaust 1, 2.
Ditch the car.
I could get there.
All right, so you got this crime. Go ahead. I'll just pretend I didn't play that yet.
All right. So we didn't read Slade's ability because it changed.
Well,
so
I
much.
read it. I just wanted.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do my move step. I'm gonna go 1,
could have busted him again.
2, 3, and then the cop in BCPD can commandeer a cop car for free. So I'm gonna hop in that as part of my move step, and then I'm gonna exhaust it to move 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm there next to that guy. What's he have? 3 resistance.
He's got 1 reckless, 2 normal, 1 cautious.
So I'm gonna go ahead and encounter him. He's got 2 normal.
2 normal.
I'm gonna play this safe. I'm gonna do it safely. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 reckless. So crit.
There's a final crit.
So 3. So it's 2 getting through.
He's got 1. What are you doing? Cautious. Oh, reckless. Okay. So he's got 1.
And I'm gonna go ahead and it lets me discard a lead to do it again. I'm gonna discard that lead. Count him again. Of course. I'm gonna go ahead and spend 1 to do it, and then I get the other one back. So I'm spending a hunch, gaining a hunch.
All right. So he's busted.
That was close.
So he's still getting out of here.
And then I will. That was my move. I had a card, and now I have an action. My
So
action.
His getting his investors early really cripples him. We kind of waited too long, but I think we have some time now to focus on the case.
So
this goes away.
I'm gonna go ahead and do my action just to move. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and I'll pop out to be ready next turn to take care of him.
Your crimes.
And I need a lead.
Your crimes.
Influence here. I'm just doing influence on all these. I'll discard a hunch for that one.
All right. I will draw a crime. government contacts in J17. So the courthouse. I will encounter Slade. Do I want to play this one first, though? No. So I'll just encounter him real quick. So I need 2 cards, 3 dice. Overkill. So I'm getting a punch. He's busted. He loses an influence.
So we're setting him back a little bit.
Busted Slade. And then that was my action. I have to take a stress or discard a card I control. I will discard this. Each cop draws 1 card.
I'll take it.
So now I can play a card.
And I need my other tactic out.
So I'm going to do this. Move 5. 1, 2. Commandeer a road buzzard.
So you'll notice that Slade didn't move at all just because we busted him. We're just slowing down his operation. We're not like actually arresting him.
So that was 1, 2, 3. And I can exhaust this to move 2. So I'll go 1, 2 and pick that lead up. And then the next one goes into R22. And then I will play. Which one? Oh, wait, did I play the move 5? Did I play the move 5? Yeah. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I haven't exhausted it yet. Then, after moving, you and each cop near you suffers 1 stress, and may play a tactic card. I will play my Relax Pee-wee, and I'll exhaust that to lose a stress, so I got it back. And then I can form an action. My action will be to just move again. What's most pressing, though? This guy's in the Apollo Coffee, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all I can do. Either place influence on this card or suffer stress. I have suffer stress. Discard a hunch. I'll do the influence on the fraud. Alright, and then draw a card. Wasn't that bad.
Do you have the Delta Keys board handy?
Yeah.
Someone was asking about how big it was. It's not very big at all.
Yeah, it's more like a
card
reference
holder.
thing, but it's very pretty. So it'll sit like on the side. It'll sit over here on the side of the board, but just see a size reference. It's mainly just for a reference for cards, and you can move your guys there to encounter island crimes and stuff.
So we're activating Slade.
So Slade's going to go. If investor hasn't knows, so
We have leads, so we're good, right?
so each cop that does not have a lead, I do have a lead this time. So now we'll check the case.
Nobody is in an aquatic vehicle right now, so Marlene Poe is off on her own on the Jersey. Each cop suffers 1 stress.
Dang it. So we need to hurry up and focus on these. How many cards do you have left in there?
We got plenty.
Okay.
I'll go first. I have so many crimes, it's not even funny. Government contacts, City Hall F14.
Now, if you're playing the Lita criminal deck, this would not be good, leaving this many crimes out, because those are bombs going off.
Alright, so Anthony only has a few left. I'm going to go ahead and encounter him with, I'm going to gain +1 die, so I'm doing 4 dice. Should be okay. To ditch a punch. So I got that. I got plenty of successes. So I get a hunchback. A hunchback.
You got a hunchback?
And then he's busted.
Sweet.
Which means we get
2
that
more left to go.
clue. And that was my action. So for my movement, or I'm going to commandeer a boat. Where's the Yolanda?
Yolanda. And just a little note here: when you get this game, you'll get actually 2. You'll get extra aquatic sculpts.
Give me a lead.
So normally you would only have 1 Yolanda and 1 Scud Simmer, but you'll get in the core game an extra one. So if you're a painter, you'll have some extra painting fodder.
All right, so I'm hopping in that boat. Where's the cars one?
Oh yeah.
Need a
I'm
card.
commandeering that
Yolanda.
boat for free because I'm at the yacht club right now. And as my move, I'm going to go 1, 2. So I am near her. And I will play a card.
Yeah, David, that was the idea. We didn't want to have too much table hogging expansions where the board actually grows, but we do want to have stuff like that where you'll have, like the Delta Keys is a good example. It's this kind of abstracted location you can go visit, but it doesn't take attention away from Brook City, which is the focus of the game. So we do want to add stuff like, here's a little suburban neighborhood you can go visit and like crack down on drug crime or something.
So in this particular case, each clue has a requirement to encounter it, and hers is you have to be an aquatic vehicle. So I had to commandeer a boat to get out there. So I am there now, and I'm going to
And the
encounter
boats are super useful.
go on top of things. I get +1 die for each lead I control, which luckily I control 2 leads. So I get 4 dice. Unfortunately, she has 2 resistance against normal, but that's all I have right now. So.
There's
2 crits, nice. Another one. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 2 hunches. 7, 8. So she has 6. So she has 2 left. So I can bust her next turn, I think.
So I'm just going after that guy down there.
Clean up my crimes. Clean up my crimes.
Should I?
I have way too many crimes. They're activating right now. Either place 1 influence on this card or suffer 1 stress. Oh, by the way, I'm going to ditch this lead for a quick checkup. And then I will go ahead and suffer a stress on that one. Discard a card I control. No, I'm putting that there. Discard a hunch. I can't. Discard a hunch. I can't. So there's a lot of influence coming in. And now I get the team player tactic.
All right, my turn. Let's see what we got. Keeping tabs. Search the criminal discard pile for an investor and put it into play. I'm going to definitely put in the banker because he's close by. So Jack Elmore's coming back in play. He's at F6.
I'm reliving the cover of Delta Keys here.
F6 there. So we have an investor coming back into play, which isn't that big of a deal right now. Do you have any frauds? I think they are, or takeovers.
I have 2 frauds and a takeover and blackmail.
So I can either go after him or go after that clue down there. I will.
He has 2 reckless resistance.
I'm going to exhaust my relax Pee-wee that I have in my play area. Exhaust it and I discard stress because I'm always getting stress. That's Reese's 1 healing ability in his deck. So right now I have the ability to, if I'm driving and suffer stress, to discard my card and move to any location. So I can go to that one and encounter him. And then what's his reckless resistance? The red one.
2. I should just take care of him.
Okay, so what's the most pressing crime? That's what we should check out. This one I should take care of because he's got, right now he is rough. Man. So let's do.
I just realized if I put 1 more on either of these guys, Slade's going to get an influence.
Just take the stress. The problem is Jack Elmore though. He's gonna start pulling from which one's the
Is it fraud?
which one's takeover?
The corporate holdings of this one. He's got.
So I need to go do that one really. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'd have to play my getting foobar on that one. What's his reckless resistance?
1.
Okay, I'll do that. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. So I will play getting foobar, one of my favorite pieces of art. It's Reese driving a car off the top of the parking garage, jumping out of the car and shooting 2 guns at the same time. So we're going to do that right now about a motorcycle. So I'll ditch this. I will go here. I will suffer 1 stress, which I'm really good at. Ugh. And then encounter with 2 dice. 1, 2.
Dennis, if I had 2 guns, I'd be firing them back.
So that's 3. He has 1, you said?
Yeah.
So 2's getting through. 2
That's it?
progress.
That's all you did?
And then I will ditch this to place a progress on a crime. So it's gone.
He has 4.
They have 4?
He has 4.
Never mind.
No, I'm looking at the wrong one. He has 3.
All
All right.
let's say. So then that was my card step. So he's busted. You're busted. And what else is most pressing?
This guy's got 2 of the Big Rocks jewelry.
I just came from there. So all I can really do now, I have a move step and an action step left. I'll just go ahead and move here. No, that was my action. No, I didn't encounter. I just did my card step. So encounter, I'll pull out a Thrasher. So I got another Thrasher, which is nice. I'll go
He's
2,
exhausted.
3, and then I will use my action to encounter him with 3 dice. What's his reckless resistance?
He's over there.
Which one is he? The
Government
government
County
contract?
Courthouse.
He's got 1 resistance. Yeah. So I'm gonna put 2 through and get a hunch.
Oh, you got it.
He's half busted. And then I will ditch my Thrasher. And this guy's an activate. I have to suffer a stress and discard a hunch. So I need a stress. And I'm going to get fired.
Alright, Slade's activating.
So
We both do you not have a lead anymore?
I don't have a lead. So I have to either discard a hunch or suffer a stress. I will discard a hunch.
And Jack Elmore's pulling from fraud.
Take over. Take over.
I don't have any.
So he's gaining 1 influence. Alright. Case.
Oh, great. It's the guy that's still on the board. Kyle Turner. Each cop, if you're not near him, you have to either place an influence on a crime or suffer a stress.
I'll place an influence on a crime. Because I'm going to bust this one on my turn.
Alright, do you want me to go ahead and go first and get rid of Marlene, or...
Sure, go for it. I can't do much over here. I'm almost fired.
Oh no, B2.
Things are heating up in Brook City.
Give me a lead.
So close.
Ooh, that's pretty good. This is actually, I was always worried if this card was like worthwhile, this lead card, because it's like discard 1 influence from each card primary. Right now it's amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and probably do that
In yours or each cop's?
in mine. So I will go ahead and do that. Discard 1 influence from each primary. It buys us a little time. And then I will...
Oops, sorry about that.
I'm going to play a team player card tactic. Before a cop's encounter, I can exhaust a lead I control to gain +1 die. So I will go ahead and encounter Marlene. 3 dice. I'll exhaust a lead to get another die.
Oh, yeah, so the current stress count. Reese is at 5 out of 10 because, you know, he's Reese.
Oh,
Axel's
great.
got 3 out of... Are you 3 out of 10?
I just got 3.
Yeah, so Axel's doing okay. Axel's pretty calm. Reese is really getting... He's really getting everybody
Axel's
worried
always calm.
as he takes another stress.
No, I was going for hunches, but you were talking about stress, so you confused me. Alright, so she's busted. Marlene's gone. Now all we have left is Kyle Turner down there at the bus depot. And I have so many crimes going on. I did my card. No, I did my card step. I'm gonna go ahead and do my movement.
If only we brought an ally with us.
Give me a vehicle. I'm gonna commandeer a vehicle.
So you have the Coyote. That one's good.
That's what I wanted.
Wee, wee, wee.
So my movement. So 1, 2, 3. Then I will. Wait. I
It's
go
awesome.
3. I go 3, and I can hop out here. And I'm next to Kyle Turner, and I can do an encounter. And I will encounter him, and I will exhaust my other lead card to get a bonus die. So I get 4 dice. And he has 1 resistance.
For what?
From cautious. Wait, did I? I don't know. I used my action already. Yeah, I used my action. I played a card. I didn't need to play that card yet, so I'll just save that card. So I will play... No, that's fine. We'll just keep that. I just can't encounter him yet.
Well, that screws up my turn. I was going to finish him off.
Well,
Do your crimes.
I do get a lead, though.
How about get me a lead? Do your crimes.
No, I did. I played a card. No, I'm right. I'm free. So I'm gonna put influence on all these things. You gotta bust them. I'll take the stress.
Should I just teleport
I'll
over there
discard the hunch.
and hope I get
I'll
lucky?
discard a hunch.
I can do 2.
Okay, I'm putting one. I'm gonna put one influence down. I can do.
I can do
everything else.
2 encounters. Reckless. Think it's worth it,
I'm discarding my hunches.
or should I be
That's fine.
conservative? Should I?
What?
I can ditch my car and get over there and do two reckless encounters, but I don't know if it's worth
I
it.
can buff one of them, but that's it.
How much progress does he need? 8.
I don't know if you can do it.
Um,
But I will be. I should be able to do it next turn. So I don't think Slade can win in one turn.
keeping tab. Search the criminal's card pile for another asset. Oh man. Yolanda's coming out. Actually, no. What do we have most of?
I have 2 fraud. I have one of each. 2 of fraud.
2 frauds. So we'll do her. She goes in the museum. Put her token out. Q18. I really think that we need to dump all we can on this thing. Because I can't do all these crimes.
All right, go for it.
So what I'm going to try to do here is I'll exhaust this to get rid of a stress.
Do you have
First.
anything that lets a cop play a card?
Yes, I do. I'm going to do that.
Because you can make me play a card and I can.
I will do that. So my first thing I'm going to do, my favorite cards. So I told you before, Reese's whole shtick is all of his tactic cards have these passive abilities that when they're discarded, something happens. And it's stuff like this because his basic ability makes him discard a card he controls, but also Screw Plan A, which is Reese escaping from a hostage situation. It says discard 1 card you control and gain 1 hunch. Then choose 2 cops to play 1 card each, or 1 cop to play 2 cards. So I will discard a card I control, which is this one that says when this card is discarded, choose a cop to play a tactic. Do you have any tactics you want to play?
If you want us to discard stress.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I'm going to play my natural charisma. It has a prepared effect at the bottom. That means if you play it, if you have a copy of that tactic already in play, you just discard this and resolve the prepared effect.
So I discard a stress.
So we each discard a stress.
So then it says gain 1 hunch, which is good because I'm out of hunches. And then
We did that so there's always a use for the tactics in your hand, even if you already have some out.
Then it says choose 2 cops to play 1 card each. So we both play a card.
So I'm going to play on top of things, which is perfect for me because I get a bonus die. I love this card. A bonus die for each lead I
I'm
control.
gonna get fired.
So I'm starting with 4 dice, and I'm going to go ahead and boost it. I'm going to boost mine because normal is better than your reckless. So
Doesn't that mean mine is boosted more than yours?
there we go.
All right.
There we go.
Please keep going.
All right, so I need those hunches. So I get 4 success, which gets 3 on him, and then,
We have to get 5 more.
yeah,
Thanks.
and then 3 hunches.
So the card I'm gonna play is. So before I did, I would have moved. So I have a car, which is a Suburbarado. We already have one of those. So that was my card I'm gonna play is Getting Fubar, which is my favorite card. So if I'm driving, I ditch my car. So I ditch this. I move to the location I want. I'll move next to him. I suffer a stress because of course I'm Reese. And then it says encounter 2 dice reckless, but she has 2 resistance, right? So this is not gonna be good. I'm hoping for some crits. I'm putting all my eggs in this basket here.
Nothing.
I will gain 2 hunches, and then my last ditch effort is I'll do my basic encounter.
So Reese went up there to fight this guy hand to hand and got punched in the face twice and learned his lesson and got a couple hunches out of it.
Does he have any requirements to encounter?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
What was it?
It's a sufferer stress.
Okay, give me a stress. Give me another stress.
I have to suffer a stress too. I'm gonna put
I
it on my
need
card.
crits or we lose. I need crits or we lose. Dang it. So we got 2 through,
2 more.
and then I suffer another stress. Or no, I already did that.
So he's
No, I
at,
have to suffer another stress.
he's at 5.
So 1, 2,
Are you gonna lose? Are we gonna lose
3,
from stress?
4, 5. I have 6.
Oh, you're fine. I told you once we just go through this one round and then I can finish them off.
All right, so
Activate
wait,
crimes.
So I'm at 7 out of 10. So this guy's gonna. I need to take another stress, and I'll discard a hunch.
You can put influence on those guys.
I can't. That pops him, and he gains influence.
Oh man.
All right.
All
So
right.
then
So
I draw
Slade
a card.
would gain influence. You don't have a lead, do you?
I do not.
So you have to do that.
What
You
is
have to
it?
either
Discard a hunch,
discard
yeah.
a hunch or suffer
Got it.
stress. Jack gets. Do we have any takeovers?
No, I don't.
I have one. He's getting that one. And then she's getting the blackmail.
I have blackmail here.
So they're both. She's ready to pop. All right, and then the last case card is, of course, Marlene Poe. She's off the board, so we don't have to worry about that. And now Axel can finish us off with another crime. Oh my goodness, we got corporate holdings in Brickway warehouses. So I have 5 crimes, K30. I have five crimes in my player. This is not a good situation to be in. All right, so first,
Yeah, Wild Inferno. This game is. I try not to be biased, but this game is so dang fun. We had I'm not sure if anybody here watches solo mode games on Dice Tower. Mike Delicio, he runs that. He's a big solo fan, cooperative fan, but he played this and he's been bugging me ever since. He wants to come back and play it really bad.
exhaust that. So I get 4 dice and counter on this. You can draw a lead if you need it.
Yes, I need it.
So 3. So I have 4. And he has 1. So 3 get through, and that puts him exactly at 8.
Oh,
So it flips that to
thank
inactive.
God.
We gain control of it, and we have stopped the Seaside 5.
That was close.
And Slade probably would have won.
How many cards do you have left on the case deck? Was there?
I think we saw it some turns. We had 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay, we had
5, 6. We had
I
7
would have stressed
rounds.
out. I was
7
at 8.
rounds left.
I need 2 more stress to pop.
So the video's been going for a little over an hour, but we had some banter and some setup, and we've been kind of teaching. So it gives you a good idea, like when
We probably would have played that in 35, 40 minutes or so.
Yeah. Once you know the decks and you know everything, then it's a slick engine, plays pretty quick, and it's just pure fun. A lot of strategy.
And all the decks play
discussions.
differently. Slate is very straightforward, but then, like for example, if you're playing against Gus, you might have seen Scotty's playthrough video during the Kickstarter. Gus is driving around town picking up drugs and stuff. We have that Russian guy Anatoly who's like blackmailing people all around town. Like,
Yeah, when I've played solo, I've played against Lita, and she originally was one of the hardest ones. She's pretty balanced now, but she's still pretty tough. And then I played against what was the other one I played against? Anatoly. That was the one.
That was actually-
that was fun.
Slade's always the one I tell people to start with because he's easy, and it's like, oh, he's pretty straightforward. But we actually almost lost.
But
him.
he is straightforward if you know to go after those assets. We were kind of letting him go a little bit, but the assets really hinder him if you take those out early.
I do have a tendency when I play the Seaside 5 to try to jump on those clues right off the bat, and sometimes it kind of bites you in the butt.
It's tempting. All right. Well, that's a little taste of Brook City.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope it gave you a good idea of how it plays. If we have time to do another playthrough video, we will. But I think we covered most of it with this one.
I think our time is probably better spent at this moment finishing up Aftershock so we can start the next game.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing some Alter Quest stuff.
So thanks for tuning in, guys.
Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. If I can figure out how to stop this thing. I guess this X would do it.